It was the summer of 1587. A group of 115 English men, women, and children set sail across the Atlantic Ocean, chasing the dream of a new life in the New World. Led by Governor John White, they landed on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. This small community would become known as the Roanoke Colony, the first English settlement in America. But what happened to them remains one of the most chilling mysteries in American history. The colony began with hope. The settlers built homes, planted crops, and started to establish a small village. Among them was White's own daughter, Eleanor Dare, who gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the New World. The settlers believed they were building the foundation of a new society. But as weeks turned into months, their optimism faded. Food supplies began to run low, and tensions with the local Native American tribes escalated. Governor White decided he had no choice but to return to England to gather more supplies. He promised his people he'd be back as soon as possible, but fate had other plans. When White reached England, the country was preparing for war with Spain. The Armada was threatening to invade, and every available ship was seized for defense. White pleaded with Queen Elizabeth's officials to let him return to his people, but he was forced to wait. 3 long years passed before he could finally set sail again for Roanoke. When he arrived in 1590, his heart sank. The colony was gone. Every house had been dismantled. There was no sign of struggle, no bodies, no smoke from cooking fires, nothing. The settlement was eerily silent, as though time itself had erased its existence. The only clue? A single word carved into a wooden post: CROATOAN. White recognized the word. It was the name of a nearby island, home to a Native American tribe friendly to the settlers. He believed the colonists might have relocated there. He planned to sail to CROATOAN immediately, but a violent storm forced his crew to abandon the search. They returned to England, and White never saw his family or the colonists again. Over the centuries, countless theories have emerged to explain the disappearance. Some historians believe the settlers were killed by hostile tribes or Spanish raiders. Others think they tried to sail back to England but were lost at sea. One theory suggests they integrated with local tribes, leaving behind descendants with both European and native ancestry. In the 1800s, rumors began to spread that strange carvings and artifacts had been found in the area. Stone tablets inscribed with desperate messages allegedly written by Eleanor Dare, Governor White's daughter. These Dare stones, if genuine, suggested the colonists had moved inland and fought for survival against disease and attack. But most historians dismissed them as forgeries, created centuries later for profit and fame. Archaeologists have searched for decades, uncovering fragments of pottery, tools, and weapons near the island of Hatteras, once known as CROATOAN, but nothing conclusive. No mass graves, no definitive proof, just whispers of a vanished people. Some say the word CROATOAN itself carries a curse. It has appeared mysteriously throughout American folklore, etched into the bedpost of the dying writer Edgar Allan Poe, carved into a wall where Amiella Earhart's plane wreckage was rumored to be, even scribbled on the last page of a sailor's log before he disappeared at sea. Coincidence or curse? No one knows. Modern DNA testing has attempted to trace descendants of the lost colonists, comparing genetic markers from Native American families in the Carolinas. Some evidence suggests intermarriage may have occurred, but still, there's no final answer. The mystery endures. Today, Roanoke Island is a quiet place surrounded by marshland and history. Tourists visit the reconstructed Fort Raleigh, where actors tell the tale of America's first colony that vanished without a trace. The story of Roanoke is a haunting reminder of the fragility of human ambition, the thin line between hope and despair, survival and disappearance. Every year, new expeditions search for clues. Every few years, someone claims to have found the final piece of the puzzle, but the truth remains buried in the sands of time. Perhaps the settlers found refuge with the CROATOAN tribe. Perhaps they perished, forgotten by history. Or perhaps, as some legends whisper, something far stranger happened, something that can't be explained by mere logic. Imagine standing there on the island at dusk, feeling the wind sweep across the empty shore. The trees whisper softly, and in the distance you think you hear voices, faint, lost, calling across centuries. The Lost Colony of Roanoke, America's first great mystery, remains unsolved to this day. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes it so hauntingly unforgettable.